Owned by former COMELEC Commissioner and bike enthusiast Gregorio Goyo Larrazabal, Bike Town Cyclery in 2240 Chino Rosas Avenue, Makati, has a wide selection of cycling products including apparel, helmets, saddles, frames, and even built mountain and road bikes. I sat down with Sir Goyo for an interview where we talked about, you guessed it, bikes. Plus, I got to try out my DJing skills.
With the current situation ng country natin, mas dumadami yung biker users ng bikers from all walks of life, and they use it as their mode of transportation.
Yep.
What do you think biking culture community is going after this crisis?
I think we're at the point na we're finally moving forward. More people are recognizing cycling as an additional mode of transportation. Hopefully it will last.
Yes.
Knowing how some people tend to forget about alternative things to do or alternative methods once things stabilizes and goes back to normal. Hopefully this will be the new normal.
Yes, yes.
It will take time though to educate people on cycling to work and cycling as an additional mode of transportation. Kasi you're changing the culture, you're changing the mindset
Yes.
of people, and that takes time. That doesn't happen overnight. There will be mistakes, there will be some challenges, but what's important is tuloy-tuloy yung motion natin to move forward.
But I have, meron lang ako mga worries, no? Like today, maraming bumibili ng bicycles.
Yes.
But what I'm thinking, when everything goes into normal, like transportation, PUJ, PUV,
Yeah.
they go back on the streets, what will happen to the bicycles? So,
Well, what will happen is that you have to make things convenient for cyclists who want to bike to work. Meaning to say, it's not going to fix itself now. You have to make it happen.
yes, yes.
How do you do that? You provide infrastructure, public infrastructure, and you provide private infrastructure. Public infrastructure includes bicycle lanes, safe bicycle routes, support by the government to encourage cycling around the country. Private infrastructure includes facilities in the workplace, malls, and other business establishments, so people can go park their bike safely. They can take showers, or there are shower facilities, and there are lockers, so when they go to work, they can change, they can take a shower, then they go up to their office. Because if you don't do that, it will not work talaga. Whatever you'll do.
Since you mentioned, sir, the safety regarding sa road for cyclists, ang worry ko lang also here, right now, they're making roads, parang improvised roads
Okay.
along EDSA. What I'm looking is maybe they should make a dedicated bike lane.
Yeah.
Kasi this one is, I see here, is parang band-aid solution lang eh.
No, kasi what that is, it's a multiple step process in promoting cycling in the Philippines. Cycling as an additional mode of transportation, or cycling culture in the Philippines. What the MMDA is doing now, per my understanding, is that they're painting a lane along the main thoroughfares and some roads. Pero what will happen is that they will be elevating that portion of that road, which represents the bike lane, to be on the same level as a pedestrian sidewalk. So it's not anymore. It's not going to blend in the part of the road that's for motorcycles and vehicles.
It's not going to eat up the normal roads that these vehicles are using.
It will eat up a portion of the main roads, pero it's not going to eat up a lot, no. But I think what's important is there has to be a long-term plan
Yes,
to
yes,
ensure
correct.
sustainability of these programs. what's important is also education. You know, you have to teach you have to teach motorists to respect the cyclists. You also have to teach the cyclists how to respect the other
Yes.
people who use the road, people who use motorcycles, people who use vehicles. You have to follow rules and regulations, traffic rules and regulations. We can say if there's a stoplight, if you're in the intersection and there's a stop, the light turns red, stop.
Yes, yes.
Don't just go ahead. No,
Correct.
follow the rules and regulations, which includes don't counterflow, especially in the main roads. Wear your helmet, ride defensively, and know your capabilities. What this includes is know how to use the bike, the appropriate gears of the bike, and know your physical limitations. We say if you have a health problem, don't bike a lot
Correct.
without getting clearance from your doctor.
I'm not sure if na-impose na ba sa Davao. They want to register the bikes, right? I think also Davao and Cebu.
It was in Davao, but it was suspended by
It was
the
suspended.
LGU.
What's the reason behind it, sir?
I think it's regarding how to implement it. It's going to be difficult at this time.
Yeah.
If you do bicycle registration, it doesn't make much sense if you do it per locality, per municipality, per city. If you're going to do bicycle registration, it has to be nationwide implementation. Kasi the main reason for bicycle registration is for theft prevention.
Yes.
But if you have a bicycle registration per municipality, a person can simply steal a bicycle from one province, bring it to the other province, and register it there as his own bicycle. So it defeats the purpose. So if you're gonna register, if you're going to require bicycle registration, dapat yan, it should be a nationwide project. You shouldn't require fees from cyclists, and you shouldn't require a plate number on the bicycle. You can just put the RFID sticker on the fork or a portion of the seat tube, and no bicycle plates. We say again, don't put a bicycle plate. And there are some instances kasi before when you would hammer the serial number, registration serial number on the frame. You can't do that now because obviously because of the material we use on some frames, bicycle frames, which includes carbon fiber. If you hammer if you hammer a code onto that frame, it will break. So you can't use that anymore. What's important here is that you can't use the same tactics or same methods you thought was feasible before in this time.
Yes. When they want to implement this registration, you can see it, they must go to national.
They have to go now. We say, I don't see, especially in the Philippines, it being too beneficial to cyclists. But if they do it, you have to do it right. You don't do it half-heartedly or half-baked. No? Again, if you do require registration, there should be no registration fee collected. There should be no metal plate put on the bike. The registration should be nationwide. And what's important there is that more than the penalties to be imposed for non-registration, it's important to focus on education. We say, if you register your bike, siguro have a 15 or 30-minute seminar on how to ride a bike, how to follow rules and regulations on the road, how to wear your helmet properly, how to fit yourself on the bike. So those will be more effective in promoting cycling culture in the Philippines.
I have friends who do online selling.
Yes.
Like, of course, food is very popular nowadays. Shoes, shirts, kasama na dito, sir, yung mga bike parts.
Yes.
That they want to impose taxes on those online sellers. So, what are your thoughts on this one? Online sellers don't earn that much, especially dun sa mga bicycle parts. So, what are your thoughts on putting taxes on those products?
You know, I just participated in the committee hearing chaired by Congressman Wes Gatchalian, specifically the Internet Transaction Bill.
Yeah. That
bill is supposed to regulate online transactions in the Philippines, which, like you said, under the proposed legislation, like C2C or people who do it not regularly but sporadically or just do it on the side will not be required to register because that's not their main business, di ba?
So how would you know? How would they know if this one is not the bread and butter business of this person compared to a sideline thing lang nung seller?
That's one of the things that's being discussed now during the committee hearings of the House, no?
Okay.
In fact, that was brought up not only with regards to bicycles but other personal belongings that will be sold by people. The trust is, I guess, for them to register as many people as possible just to monitor, but there are some individuals, especially now, they might have some bicycle items that they bought before but they don't need anymore, so they need to dispose of to convert to cash, no? But that's not the business. So that's the importance of ironing out the provisions of that bill to ensure that these people who don't do it as a business but only as a means to augment their personal income because of the items they already bought before, that has to be threshed out before it becomes actual law.
Wow. Oh, house music.
Yeah.